Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something that is going to be taken poorly by a lot of people. But just to start off, you guys see me in my late 40s doing a 635 deadlift with a stiff bar, not even a deadlift bar right there. So I want to make it very clear, doing that in my late 40s. So let's make it clear I'm not just some blowhard who is saying this, okay? Because a lot of the people who want to smack talk me or whatever, they can't do what I just did. So, again, put your money where your mouth is. When I say the statement that a deadlift done with straps does not count, I really mean that. I really don't care how much weight it is. Because if you can't pick it up from the floor, from a dead stop, it's not a deadlift. It's a hip hinge, right? The deadlift, you've got to be able to pull that from the floor. And if you can't pick it up, you see the issue here? And it's not even an issue of your back, because the back is not even the primary mover in a deadlift. So let's just cut that out too. Oh, dude, my back. It's not, deadlifts aren't even the best back developer. Shut up. You're not building your back. It's a glute and hamstring exercise primarily. Quads, then behind that, then back further down the chain. So when you're talking about a display of strength, hey, I deadlifted this. Yeah, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Am I saying training with straps does not have its place? No, there are definitely situations to where some of your rep work on a deadlift you might want to use straps, right? Right? I'm not being unreasonable. What I'm telling you is you can't lift it, and everyone can lift more with straps. All right, let's be clear on that. Even if your grip is strong, let's say your max deadlift is 600 pounds and your grip feels completely strong, doesn't feel like it's limiting you at all, with straps you can probably pull a little more. Okay, it changes the nature of the lift completely. All right, and of course we need to also factor in that you're more likely to get injuries with straps because they let you lift more weight than you can normally lift. That's a whole nother point though. Let's talk about, again, the test of strength. You can't lift it. And so here's my thing. If your best deadlift is 500 pounds, raw, with chalk, it's the most you've ever pulled or can pull. And in straps you can pull 700, your max deadlift is 500. Period. Full stop. All right? I could make the same case for bumper plates with a whippy bar. Ooh, that's where straps really come in, are the thick iron plates with a whippy bar. All right, that doesn't count either. Let's just call that like it is. That is a cheat lift. Now, if you're using a stiff bar, like I was using there even with the calibrated plates, even if you want to use iron plates or bumpers on that, and it's not really bending, all right, fine. I'll count that. That's fair. But if you have any whip on the bar, you're using a whippy bar and you're using plates that are thicker than 1 inch, that's 2.5 centimeters. If your plates are thicker than that, honestly, that shouldn't count either, to be honest, because you're cheating. It's a cheat lift. All right? You do that with sumo and straps, guys can literally add 100, 150 pounds sometimes. All right, so when you see a guy with a whippy bar with bumper plates or thick plates, straps, pulling sumo, dude, I don't care if it's 600 pounds on that bar. That guy can't pull 500 pounds. He can't walk over in conventional deadlift with a stiff bar or a calibrated plates on a deadlift bar. I promise you he's going to fail 500 pounds. Again, just call it like it is. But back over to that point, you can't hold on to it. And if you can't hold on to it, it's not a deadlift. Right? Touch and go doesn't count as deadlifts either. You do 27 reps with 500 pounds, but you touch and go the last 26, you did 1 rep. That's not a deadlift. A deadlift means from a dead stop. All right? You want to know the worst while I'm on this rant too? This strongman crap. Calling that a deadlift. All right, let's be clear. You have guys who come over, they're still like, well, I've learned to touch and go at perfect. I can get more reps. I can technique my way through more reps. In a suit with straps, figure 8 straps. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so what is that? Like your all out 1 rep max raw that you did 10 reps, 12 reps with? Maybe. I mean, think about that. These dudes put on an exoskeleton and do a strapped bounce off the floor, and they're allowed to hitch it at the top. So that means you ramp it up your thighs. All right, some of these guys who again, let's come over. They do that stuff. Oh no, they do 550 for 10 reps in a strongman event. What do you think that guy's actual deadlift is? 500 pounds? 515? 520? I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but let's just be realistic. You take off all that equipment and you make him pull it from a dead stop. Make that dude pull it from a dead stop and not hitch it, actually lock it correctly at the top. Full, correct, smooth lockout. I bet you 9 out of 10 times that guy who did 550 for 10 can't even do 550 for 1. So, I mean, how strong are they? You're going to call it strongman, and I love the idea of strongman. I think the idea behind the sport is amazing. The way it's implemented, it's nothing but equip powerlifting 2.0. Let's just strap up, wear mummies, exoskeletons, and bounce and flop and use straps for everything, and then bounce and flop weights all over the place, and lay back and roll it up our thigh after we bounced it off the floor, and use an exoskeleton to get it moving. Come on. All right, either you guys can lift this weight or you can't. It is very simple, a deadlift. You can't walk over and pull a dead weight with some chalk and maybe a belt. I mean, we could argue about belts. I could make the case for let's throw belts out of competition, but that's a completely different argument. I mean, if we're really gonna be serious about it, you know, you can't walk over and pull it and lock it clean. You can't lift it. Period. Stop pretending that you can. Stop fronting. Stop coping. All right, get up and lift some weight, guys. Come on. Lift some weight. This stuff is a joke. These bumper plates and straps. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.